In the past, I've been an overthinker. Every small matter, I have to look at it through so many things before I take action. I have to think of even the end, what happens in the end. Most of the time with that, I was finding I really don't end up taking the action. If I've lived that long with the same kind of thinking, then something needs to change. So I was like, something has to be different. I can't be at the same place. I've been at the same place for so long. So in this, getting into the creator was, what am I creating for myself? So I wanted to see what I can create. What I can create for myself.
What changed for you?
I mentioned that the older Faith was an overthinker. Instead of moving forward, you're really stuck. But yes. I discovered my mind can create for me this beautiful space. I'm living a beautiful life now because I'm not really holding on to, why did this person say this? Did I make them say this to me? Why did I do this? Why did I respond this way? I know who I am. I'm less angry, number one. I'm forgiving very fast and moving on.
You've stepped into your power.
Yes.
I love that.
Exactly. So what I managed to do in 2025, I did it in like 6 months, from June to December, something that people are supposed to do in a whole year. And I did more than what I had done in 2023 and what I had done in 2024. I just said, this is what I have to do. This is what I want. And this is what I have to do.
Welcome, Faith. I'm so excited to have you here. Faith has been working with me for quite a number of years now. And welcome. So Faith, tell us about yourself. Your Faith and what do you do? Let's start from there.
Thank you very much, Shalini, for this awesome opportunity to talk about what I've learned from you. And it's amazing. So I'll start by introducing myself. My name is Faith Mbogo and I'm a financial advisor with ICEA Lion Group. So I talk to people about their money, saving, investing for the future, for their children. That's basically what I do on a day-to-day basis. I am a mother of an 18-year-old boy. Yes.
I love that.
Exactly. Very tall, taller than everybody here.
I love
just 18.
Faith makes me so happy. Thank you. I love what I heard, money. Because what I'm seeing is that you can make people richer. That's what I'm hearing. And money is a big thing for me this year with regards to what I'm teaching. But thank you for that.
Yes.
So tell me, Faith, before we met, what are some of the things that were happening in your life? Were you undergoing any challenges, that made you feel like you need to make a change? Let's talk a bit about that. What was your journey like before we started working together?
Okay. I was, in the past, I've been an overthinker. Every small matter, I have to look at it through so many things before I take action. I have to think of even the end. What happens in the end? What happens in the center? And most of the time with that, I was finding I really don't end up taking the action. So somebody had told me about I need to look for a coach. So I was in the process of thinking where to get a coach, until one day I had you speak at a BNI breakfast. I think it was at Pride Inn. And I had you speak and I was like, okay, this is the person I need. Because you mentioned something about mindset, and I think that's just what triggered me that day. And I thought I needed to reach out to you.
So all along I thought you found me online. I had no idea you had heard me at BNI.
I found you. I met you that first time at BNI, and I spoke to you. I even remember we had been told to go round and collect business cards. I don't know if you remember.
I remember.
And you ended up coming out with the most business cards. So I was like, there must be something about this lady. So now I went back online and I even started going through your videos, and I was like, okay, this is really, it's as if you were speaking to me through your videos, because there are things you are talking about and I'm like, is she seeing me? Yet it's just a video I'm watching on YouTube.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah.
I'm glad my content helped.
It did.
Now, let me ask you, Faith. So after watching the videos, what enticed you to join this coaching journey? Because sometimes we meet people but we feel like, okay, maybe this is not the thing that I want to do. So what really enticed you to get onto this whole journey to say that yes, I want to do this?
Yeah, like I mentioned earlier, when I was watching the videos, I was feeling as if you're talking to me. I think the videos that you're talking about, I was going through that at that particular time, that for you to move forward in anything, you need to change your mindset. You need to change how you're thinking. Yeah. So it's like, okay, then for me, everything that is happening to me must be the thoughts I'm placing. Yeah. So there are times even I was doing some of the exercises you were giving, like try to think like this. You also introduced me to videos of Bob Proctor before I met you. Yeah, this is just watching YouTube. So now I listen to I watch your videos, then you mentioned something about Bob Proctor, so I move there and I check that video and I'm like, okay. Then there were also some things that some short clips that you were moving about, maybe how somebody should envision something, and I was like, okay, because I want my life to be in a certain way. Yeah. And honestly, I met you when I was like 40 or something. That's some couple of years ago. And I was like, if I've lived that long with the same kind of thinking, then something needs to change. Yeah. I need to change something of the way I'm thinking, and it has to be this. Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's very transformational. So you've heard what Faith has just mentioned, that she needed to change the way she was thinking, right? And she felt the urge that she's lived her life for so many years and nothing had really changed. So there was a push, there was something that called within from herself that made her feel like she needs to take a step forward. So well done to you, Faith.
Thank
and
you.
I remember when you reached out to me, I think you signed up just in 3 days or something. I still remember. You called me on a Wednesday afternoon. Imagine I remember that, right? And by Saturday, you said that I'm in and I'm just going to do it. So tell me, you came onto a program called The Creator, and then later you came into Millionaire Identity last year, right? Mm-hmm. So overall, like how has this journey been for you? Like, if you can tell us how the journey itself has been, when you went through some of these processes, like, and what changed for you. So there are two things, how the journey was and what changes did you experience along the way.
Okay. I mentioned earlier that I'm a financial advisor, so I talk to people about their money, and this basically it is under insurance, because I work with ICEA Lion Group. So we are always told, there's always a drill in our age that you've been drilled for as a new agent, that you've got to see people, you have to see people, you have to see people. Yeah. So I started thinking to myself, I'm seeing the people, but I'm not getting the results. Yeah. So there has to be something different. Yeah. I have to be different. I just don't have to keep doing the same thing everybody does. Yeah. So one time when you were introducing The Creator, you talked about our own uniqueness. I don't know, there's something you mentioned. I don't know whether there was a video, a clip or something about our own uniqueness, and I was like, I have to be outstanding. I don't have to just do everything that people do so that I can reach there. Yes, I know the goal, but there's a different path for me to get there. Yeah. And even when I was meeting you, I've been in this space of doing insurance, talking to people for 20 years. Yeah. So I met you when I'd already done 15 of those years. Yeah. So I was like, something has to be different. I can't be at the same place. Yeah. I've been at the same place for so long. So in this, getting into The Creator was, what am I creating for myself? So I wanted to see what I can create. Yeah. What I can create for myself. And the results I got from The Creator. So when you introduced another one, I was like, why not? I mean, it worked for me, so why not? Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yes. And for sure, I even find myself encouraging my colleagues. Yeah. I'm like, you've got to envision what you want. Yeah. And believe that what you get is what you envisioned. So if you want something different, envision different.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So there are many people who tell me, hey, I would like to have that kind of faith that you have. So it's like you've just got to envision it differently.
I think it's not a coincidence that your name is Faith. Because you're embodying the word faith as you're speaking. I can see that, yes. Right? You had faith that whatever you envision will actually happen in your life.
And but I've been faith for all my life, and I've not done it for... I've been faith all my life. I've not done that.
It's a journey. It's a journey to get to embodying it. The point is that you did.
And I think people need a coach, because when we do things for ourselves, we don't really... just like the way I would say, we may know how to make money, but we do not know how to save it or to invest it. Now that's where I come in. The same way, I may want to do something, but I don't know how to do it. So if I don't involve a coach, I'd probably still be stuck at where I was.
Yes, probably. Or you'd get there, but it will take you longer.
It will take me longer.
Now, tell me something. What would you say? What is the identity shift that you underwent, through the millionaire identity, through the creator? Because I remember there was a time you mentioned in one of your testimonials that, now your identity has completely shifted. You're coming from a completely different space. So, tell me that, and then also tell me how you feel. Now, not to compare you, but do you feel that you're showing up differently at your workplace, at your home, in your social circle, now that, you worked on your mindset? Now you're thinking differently, you're showing up differently. So how is all that happening for you? Like,
I mentioned that the older Faith was an overthinker.
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes.
I would even having a simple conversation, like we're having conversation over coffee. After that, I'll come out of there and I'll really rethink and think, should have I said it this way? Should have I done it this way? So you find that instead of moving forward, you're really stuck at a certain place at old conversations. So for me, the identity, it has really changed from who I was. Right now, I find like if I've done something, I'm like, this is the best I could have done. I'm not going back.
Yes.
I'm not going back to look at what would have been, what could have been. I'm not going.
You have faith in yourself.
Yes, I'm not going back there anymore. And I'm finding myself, because of that, I'm less angry. Number one, I'm forgiving very fast and moving on. And I'm at a place that I know who I am. So if you seem to have a problem with me, and you've not probably told me that you have a problem with me, we'll shelf that. I'll not let it get into me. But before, I'd wonder, why isn't this person talking to me? Is it something I said? Is it something I did?
You'd be so bothered.
Yeah, but yes. I discovered my mind can create for me this beautiful space.
Wow.
This beautiful space that I can live in. And that's where I am. I'm living a beautiful life now, because I'm not really holding on to, why did this person say this? Did I make them say this to me? Why did I do this? Why did I respond this way? And also, I'm finding even before I respond to stuff, I'm taking some time to think. And then I'm being very comfortable in my silence, or in my own space, where I can be sitting in a crowd, but I'm okay being alone. Before, it wasn't like that.
That is so powerful.
I'd be in a crowd and I'm wondering, why are these people, all of them they're okay talking to each other, but they're not talking to me. I'd wonder, is there something wrong with me? What? But now, I'm okay, because I'm creating this thing. I know who I am.
You've stepped into your power. That's what I'm seeing here. This is wonderful, Faith.
I even met my boss, a boss that I had worked with some years ago. And she told me, I usually see your posts and you've actually gotten you're actually where you want to be.
Wow.
Imagine if other people are seeing it.
Yes.
And strangely enough, I met her when I was with my current boss. And she said that it was such an interesting thing, not even so long ago.
Wow.
Imagine.
This is huge, Faith. Amazing. You're doing so well.
Thank you.
Oh my God, this is amazing. And well done on choosing yourself and actually doing the work. That is what I keep saying. That it's one thing for you to have a coach and get them to guide you, but it's another thing for you to implement what they tell you to do and actually do it and get the results, as Faith has now done.
Yeah.
Wow, this is such a proud moment for you.
And remember, it wasn't easy at the beginning. I started and then I stopped.
Yes.
Remember?
Yes.
I started and then I stopped. Now let me tell you how I got back.
Yes,
I started. I started and then I stopped. Then one day I was looking through, because I had printed the worksheets that you give us, so they were in a brown envelope. So I was cleaning my room and then I come across these papers, and then I saw some of the things I had answered, and I'm like, why did I stop this? Yeah. Why did I stop this? I had only done a couple of lessons and I'm also seeing the answers. And I'm like, hey, this was a clever Faith. Yeah. So I need to go back there. Yeah. So I think that's when I sent you a message and I told you, hey, I had started this and I stopped. So how do I get back?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Fantastic.
Yes.
And I'm glad you did get back to it.
Yes.
Otherwise,
so I am.
Yes.
So am I.
Absolutely. So that's another thing that I want you to note, that it's called persistence. There will always be resistance through your system that will come out to hold you to your status quo. There is something in you that wants you to stay where you are. But as Faith has just said, she's so glad that she came back so that she could actually get to where she wanted to get. Now tell us, Faith, tell us about the journey of being listed as one of the top financial advisors in the country by the Association of Kenya Insurers. That was such an exciting moment when you told us. You didn't even tell us. Sorry, I just put it on your status, and I was like, "What?" I'm so excited.
We are told that for you to be known as a good financial advisor, yeah, you have to be recognized by the body that licenses the agents.
Absolutely,
yeah?
Yes.
You have to be recognized. So when you see that the businesses that you have done in a certain year, because it's yearly,
yes.
Yeah. Now this one was for 2025, yeah. So the reason even I was so proud about this one for 2025, I've qualified before 2023, I've qualified before, but this one for 2025, at the beginning of the year I had struggled. I was down because of being unwell, yeah. But when I came back, I was like, this is something I've wanted, yeah. So what I managed to do in 2025, I did it in like 6 months, from June to December, something that people are supposed to do in a whole year. And I did more than what I had done in 2023 and what I had done in 2024, yeah. And at the same time, I was still doing the lessons. Yeah?
Oh my God.
I was still doing the worksheet, still doing that, still listening. So I found that I'm not going to look at the time I lost. Yeah.
Absolutely.
I need to look at what can I do in this time. Yeah. Because if I was sitting and being angry with the time that I've lost and saying I've lost so much time, what will I do? So I said that negativity is not helping me. Let me put it outside and look at now what I can do. Some questions I would ask myself, okay, what would Shalini say in this issue? Then there are also, the beauty about you is that you've put us in a WhatsApp group with other people who've gone. So you'd see somebody's encouragement and you're like, I'm sticking to this.
It's inspiring, right?
It's inspiring.
Everybody is doing well. You hear somebody's success stories.
So the one for 2025, really, it was something amazing for me, because in the ordinary it would have been very hard, yeah, because I've lost so much time. This is business you're supposed to do in an year, yeah. Time has already gone. So I used to ask myself, if these ones can do it, why can't I?
So whatever you were to do in a span of a year, you did it in 6 months.
Exactly.
Wow.
Exactly.
That is so powerful.
Yeah.
So would you attribute this to your inner transformation? Would you say that?
Yes, a lot. Because like I've mentioned, you see, now I was not looking at what I've lost. Yeah. I wasn't going back and saying, okay, I've lost this amount of time, so let me just accept that this will not happen. Yeah.
So your old identity would not have allowed.
My old identity,
your new identity allowed you to continue taking the steps forward and go for what it is that you really wanted.
And what I did, I just said, I'm going to qualify for this, and I just stopped really thinking that, okay, this is gonna be hard, this is so far. I stopped thinking like that. I just said, this is what I have to do, this is what I want, and this is what I have to do. Yeah. So I did it.
You set your focus on the target, and you let other things not distract you.
Distract
you push them aside.
Yes.
Fantastic. Wow, this is so transformational. I'm so proud of you, Faith.
Thank you very much.
No words. Yes. Now, before we go, let's tell me something. What would you say to somebody, about coaching? Somebody who wants to get a level ahead faster, or somebody who has no idea what they're supposed to be doing in life, or somebody who's kind of troubled in their career, in their business, in their life. Would you say coaching is necessary or not really? What are your thoughts based on your experience?
In the past, I used to think that you can read self-help groups. You can do research for yourself, but I came to realize something. If somebody is unwell, they go and see a doctor.
Yes.
Okay. If somebody wants to learn about their money, they go and see a financial coach. Okay. So if you want to learn how to change your life, why should it be different? There's somebody out there who has done the research and the homework for you. I
love that.
Because there are some things you tell us, where would have I gotten that for myself, even if I research? Because when you talk to me as Faith, you talk to me as Faith based on the answers I've given to your questions. Somebody else would give different answers. But you talk to me based on the answers Faith has put.
Absolutely.
Okay. So the same way, we may be having headaches. But when we go to the doctor, he asks different questions. When was the last time you drank water? How tall are you? What is your weight? You see, such things. Because people are affected by different things, then it comes and shows itself off as a headache.
So the diagnosis is different.
The diagnosis is different. Exactly.
Because see, there's so much information out there, but it may not necessarily apply to you at a deeper level.
Exactly.
So that's what you're trying to say.
That is what I'm saying. Yes. I'm saying that I can go watch videos. I can go read self-help books. I can go listen to a motivation speaker. But there's a difference with being a one-on-one, because you're addressing me. You're addressing what I'm going through.
Absolutely.
And that's now the beauty of having a coach.
Yes.
Because the information somebody else might put outside there might be generic.
Absolutely.
Will be generic.
It may not assist you with your specific challenge.
Exactly. It will not with your specific challenge.
Right.
But now when you talk and say, are you an entrepreneur who's struggling with making money, or struggling with making sales? You see, I'll be interested, because I'm an entrepreneur. I'm in sales, but there's a ceiling I've never been able to crash.
Yes.
And I want to crash that ceiling. So by listening to the videos, maybe I've gotten to a certain point. But now if I get a coach who's able to do for me one-to-one, I'm able to break the ceiling.
Yes. Which you did in your
Which I did. And I'm still doing it.
Oh my God.
I can't wait to see what this 2026 holds for me.
Yes, I'm so excited for you. Oh my God.
I can't wait to see what it holds for me.
Yeah, thank you.
It's exciting.
Yes, thank you for being here, Faith. And now
welcome.
Just give us your last few words to the audience. What would you want to tell them based on your experience, in life, in your business, in your career? Is there something you want to share with them?
Okay, I hear you're being called my audience, so you're mine. Looking at me, Anyway, this is what I'd like to say. It's getting a coach does not mean that you're failing. It actually means that you're elevating yourself, that you want to go to somewhere higher. That you want to do things differently from what you've been doing. Like I've said, I've done my business for 20 years. But until I involved somebody else, then I've been able to see how differently I can do it. Even the way that I look for clients, even the way that I handle rejection now, because not everybody will buy what I'm selling. But how I handle rejection now is different.
Yes.
So reaching out to somebody like Shalini, who will help you look at your situation, your own situation, not something that everybody is going through, your own situation. It makes you personalize your situation. and understand how you can change it, because only you can change. Only you can change. And it's not something that you take. You don't if you want to have a coach, you had better be willing to put in the work. Like I said, I started, then I stopped. Yeah. So because of that resistance, because you see, the old you is not understanding what you're introducing. Yeah.
Yes.
So if I was alone in this journey, I would have given up.
Yes.
Yeah.
You tend to quit the process.
Yes, you quit the process. If it was a program that I just bought online, yeah, and then I'm doing day 1, day 2, yeah, then I tell myself I can take a break for day 3 and 4. You see, there is nobody following up with you, so there's nothing. But now when you have a coach, yeah, who is able to tell you, okay, I remember when we used to have the calls, and I'm thinking, okay, there's no way I can have that call if I've not done this, because what am I saying? You see, so you have to do it. And when you're doing it, whether you're doing it because you're going to meet Shalini, something changes in you.
Absolutely.
Yeah? Something changes in you. So having a coach is different than going at it alone. Yeah? Because there's somebody to guide you and somebody to tell you, okay, this is how, or I'm seeing why you're looking at it like this, I see like that. Yeah? So it does help.
Thank you, Faith. Thank you so much. You've heard Faith's wise words, and you've heard about her transformation today. This has been absolutely nothing less than fantastic. So what we gathered from Faith today is that it's the inner transformation, the shift in her identity that actually helped her level up. She's seeing herself at a certain place, but she wasn't able to get where she wanted to be until she actually shifted her identity to match where it is that she wanted to be. So thank you for watching, and do get in touch with us if you are somebody who really wants to shift their identity so that you can get to where you envision yourself to be faster.